For research, I looked at many indie films. I started with 500 Days of Summer. I really like all the sepia colours and sketches in the background, creating a very atmospheric mood. I also like the use of close-ups to establish the relationship between the two characters. In this shot, I particularly like the way the audience member gets to see the same view as the character. I really like the angle of the shot as it looks like you are looking down onto the office. I like the unique idea of showing a picture of the actor with their name. I also like the way they've given it an aged effect to add to the indie genre. I also looked at the film The Lovely Bones. I like the contrast between the black and white in their title. I really like the way the shots go from the character's point of view to the audience's point of view, building tension. They also use an established shot of the family home. Through various close-ups of different items, we get to see what the characters like. In this shot, I particularly like the way the audience gets to see through the camera lens. Another film I looked at was 1 Hour Photo. I found this film because it also has scenes of stalking the characters. It shows developing the photos and the photos in the room itself. By creating a montage of them, it creates a really shocking and overwhelming atmosphere for the audience. I also like the different depths and focuses they have in. This is something I would definitely like to try in my film. I also looked at work from Paul Thomas Anderson, a famous indie director. From watching some of his films, I really liked how layered all the scenes were, with lighting, music, and dynamics, and the way the camera was constantly moving. On a website called SurveyMonkey, I created a survey all about the connotations of a thriller film. I created numerous questions and then posted them online for other people to answer. From my results, I was able to work out who my target audience was. From people's results, I was able to work out what they expected to see in a thriller film, and was able to incorporate this in my planning of mine. This was important when I asked about the characters, settings, and props you'd expect to find in the film, to fit this with my plot. In these results, I was able to clarify that I wanted to base my film on the stalking idea. For my main part, the victim, I chose Megan White to play the character, as she's a drama student and is very enthusiastic about the project. Megan's natural indie look was perfect for the part. As well as an indie look and fashionable character, I wanted to make sure she had a certain vulnerability about her. This could be seen by the soft features and a girl-like look that Megan has. For the stalker, I chose Peter Harker to play the part. Peter is also a drama student. I chose Peter to play due to his capability in acting and his original look and reliability. For the part, I researched other stalker traits and discovered their obsessive tendencies. This was important to incorporate in the character's lines and actions. I chose a coffee shop for one of my locations. I particularly like the authentic style of the building. The green and black and gold colours make it look edgy yet sophisticated. It creates a very classical coffee shop environment which I wanted in my film. I also like the large windows which I can achieve my shots through of the victim, especially as there is a lot of space for me to film it in. For my second location, I decided to use a dark room. I like the contrasting clinical atmosphere. A dark room is quite a conventional setting for a stalker obsessive character to be associated with. One of my favourite parts of this location is all the various bottles, taps, cylinders, water and chemicals. These all help to emphasise the purpose of photo developing. This is particularly good because the aspect of photos were a recurring theme throughout my film. When I focused on costumes, I decided to keep the victim's outfit very trendy to show her different likes and attitude than the stalker. For the stalker, I decided to dress him in black trousers and a grey hoodie. This was not to overcomplicate his outfit and stereotype, making sure he was not too trendy and dressed with practicality. This is my first storyboard for my opening. It will start with a picture of the girl slowly going out. It will then cut to the male character developing film in the dark room. From this, it will go straight to a contrasting image of the girl in the coffee shop. Straight to a close-up of the girl. She will be in focus and the background will be out of focus to emphasise her importance in the film. From this, it will cut back to a medium shot of the stalker in the dark room, creating a contrasting and more clinical atmosphere. From that, it will go straight back to the coffee shop where the girl will be drinking a cup of tea. Over the shoulder shot will reveal the stalker with all the pictures of the girl on the wall. Another shot of the girl in the coffee shop will then be played to show the audience the connection between the two. It will then cut to a close-up of the book to show the different depths and focuses of the two characters. then to another shot of the stalker with his camera, hinting that he was the one who took the photos. Next will be a long shot, going along the wire with all the photos developing on. This will give the audience time to realise what's been happening in the opening. This will be the first shot of the two characters in the same scene together, both unnoticing each other. This will be followed by two close-ups, one of the girl looking out at the audience, and then one of the stalker. This will help the audience to realise the seriousness of the situation. It will then cut back to the first shot of the girl on the wall. It will pan out to reveal all the different photographs of her. This will start building the tension with the audience members, realising the obsessive and compulsive tendencies of the stalker. Using iCal, I created calendars for October and September, making sure I did all the things I needed to do to get all my deadlines and time managing in check. I also had a template for what I needed to include in my planning documentary. This is a screenshot of my YouTube channel, where I uploaded many different videos that I filmed. I also have a blog, especially for media. This is where I update posts about research and also about any other ideas I may have for my film. We also have our own website, so we can keep in contact with each other and see the lessons if we miss any. Here is a look at title researches.